Konnichiwa minasan. Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel, and this is the playlist of Japanese lessons in English. I am your co-traveler Sujoy Chatterjee, and today is the 54th lesson of this playlist. Friends, before we begin, may I request you to subscribe my channel. This will notify you whenever I upload the next video. You may subscribe by hitting the subscribe button if you are watching on YouTube, or by typing out the URL youtube.com/at Saral Japani if you are watching it in a Facebook post. For all previous videos, visit the playlists section of this channel and click on the below playlist, Japanese lessons for beginners, and you will find all the previous 53 lessons available there. Okay, so let's begin today's lesson. In the last lesson 53, we had learned 5 kanji characters. Today we shall learn 5 more. You can well see here the characters of today's lesson. These are the 5 characters that we are going to learn. And you can very well notice that the characters have striking similarities with one another, isn't it? For each of these characters, we shall look at their Kun'yomi and On'yomi readings, their meanings and usages, radicals involved, their stroke order, and their origin and evolution. So let's begin with today's first kanji character. This represents an insect or a bug. This is the kanji character for insect or bug. In Kun'yomi, we call it mushi. In On'yomi, the reading is chuu or ki. These are the Kun'yomi usages. Mushi stands for insect, bug, cricket, moth, worm, roundworm, even one's unconscious nervousness, one's unconsciousness, person devoted to one thing, or single-minded person. So any of these meanings may be represented using this kanji character according to the context and applicability. Then we have mushiba. Mushiba means cavity or tooth decay or a decayed tooth. Then we have nigamushi. Nigamushi is bitter tasting bug. Then we have some onyomi readings. The first one is chusuien. Chusuien, which is appendicitis. Then we have chuu, which is abnormal plant growth formed by insects. Then we have yochu, yochu, which means larva or a grub or maggot. Then we have kiseichu, kiseichu, which is a parasite. Then we have kibu. Kibu means the insect radical or the worm radical. And finally, we have arimaki, which means aphid, plant louse or plant lice. So this kanji is a radical in itself. This is the insect radical. And this is the stroke order. This is the first stroke, the second stroke until here. This is the third stroke. This is the fourth stroke. So up till here, it is similar to the kanji for inside. That is naka. We call it naka in Kun'yomi. So that kanji we have already done. So you might remember. And this symbol is also used for to represent the China. And after that, this is the additional 2 strokes. This is the 5th stroke and this is the 6th stroke. In this way, we have this insect radical. Although it's a radical in itself, but we can see striking similarity with the Naka kanji character. This is the origin of this character. So as you can see here, this is the representation of a snake in the ancient uh, scripts. So the character originally represented a type of venomous snake, while the derivative, this one, it represented worms or insects or insect-like things. And finally, this symbol, that is this symbol, was later standardized, possibly for simplification. And in this way, we have this character as the current character. We move on to the second kanji of today's lesson and number 77 in the series. And this character represents early or fast. The Kun'yomi readings are haya and sa. The On'yomi readings are so or satsu. These are few Kun'yomi usages of this character. The first one is haya, which means already, now, by this time, quick, early, fast, or rapid. Hayai, fast, quick, rapid, swift, speedy, brisk, prompt, early, soon, earlier than usual, premature, too soon, too early, easy, simple, quick, fast, as soon as, the moment, the instant. Then we have hayai koto, which means quickly. Then we have this is naru haya. Naru haya is as soon as possible. And then we have hayamaru or hayameru, which means to be brought forward, for example, by some number of hours, or to be moved up or to be advanced. That is to prepone something. To prepone something, we use hayamaru or hayameru. These are few onyomi meanings. So the first one is so kyu. So kyu is immediate, prompt, or quick. Then we have soki, which is early stage. Then we have shoso. Shoso is prematurity. And then we have sasoku, the last one, sasoku, which is sasoku is at once or without any delay, that is promptly. Now, as you can well see here, the radical involved here is the sun radical or the day radical, and it has been derived from that. The stroke order is like this. First stroke here, the second stroke up till here, the third stroke, the fourth stroke, the fifth stroke, and this vertical stroke is the sixth and the last stroke. In this way, using 6 strokes, this character will be written. Now, from where did it originate? A rising sun. As you can see here, the ancient form of this character, a rising sun. This is the sun which is rising from behind the hills. So a rising sun depicting early morning. Also, the morning sun appears to climb up quickly in the sky, thus giving the meaning of both early and quick fast. And because of that, this character has been standardized to represent early and also fast or quick. So this is how it evolved. We move on to the next one, number 78 of the series, and this represents a car in the modern era, and originally it represented a cart. In Kun'yomi, we call it kuruma, in On'yomi, sha. So you will find usage or application of both in Japanese language, and both of these are very, very popular, obviously, because car is something which has extensive usage in our daily life. Kun'yomi, kuruma means car, automobile, vehicle, wheel, caster or caster. Then we have kurumaisu. Kurumaisu is wheelchair because kuruma is it represents their wheel and isu is chair. So it's wheelchair, kurumaisu. That means a chair that has wheels. Then we have hi no kuruma. He, as we know, it represents fire. So a car made up of fire. So the meaning is actually fiery chariot, the chariot that carries the souls of sinners into hell. So this is something uh, related to the old ancient uh, belief. So from there it has come here, fiery chariot, a chariot that carries the souls of sinners to the hell. Desperate financial situation, dire straits. So this is used in a negative sense. Hino kuruma, that is something very, very dire straits. Next is the onyomi usages. We have sha as car or vehicle. Then we have shaken. Shaken means vehicle inspection. Then we have keiji dosha. Keiji dosha is light motor vehicle up to 660 cc or 64 bhp. Then we have daisha. Daisha means platform truck or a hand truck, trolley, dolly, cart, truck or a boggy. And we have densha, which is very, very popular word, densha, which is train. So here sha is the a car or vehicle, and then is the track, the someone that something, some car that runs over a track, that is densha. So this is train. Now this is a cart radical, so it's a radical in itself. And these are the stroke order. First stroke like this. This is the second stroke. This is the third stroke like this. Fourth stroke, fifth stroke, sixth stroke, and finally the vertical stroke, the seventh stroke here. So in this way, this character will be written. So now let us see how does it represent a car. So you can see here almost 10 ancient pictograms or scriptures from those ancient days. This symbol has evolved, and this represents a carriage. So originally a carriage with large wheels. These two are the wheels. These two are the wheels here on both sides, and a shade on the top. So you can see here, this is the shade. Everywhere there is a shade. This is the main body of the carriage. These are the wheels. So in this way, up till here, we see it like this, these three figures. Then here we have the top view. How top view? So now this is the top view of the shade, and this is the top view of the wheels on both the sides of the cart. So did you get it, friends? So this is the top view. This was front view. Now this is the top view. So from this, the modern character has evolved, and it's the top view of the carriage. So in modern character, we have this as the car. So this is nothing but the body of the car when seen from above, and these are the wheels when seen from above. So this is how this character has evolved. Very, very interesting, artistic as well, and very, very logical. The 79th character and the fourth character of today is for grass, weeds, herbs, pasture, right, or draft. The Kun'yomi readings are kusa and gusa, and the On'yomi reading is so. Kusa means grass, weed, herb, thatch, ninja, not genuine, substandard, laugh out loud. That is the haha emoji and so on. So friends, here kusa, you might be surprised to know that in Sanskrit language, kush means grass. So it's quite possible that the origin of this kusa is from that Sanskrit word kush, and from there it has appeared here, but we don't know. Anyways, the next word is kusakari. Kusakari is mowing or mower. Then we have mizukusa. Mizukusa means water plant or aquatic plant, that is a water weed or hydrophyte. So the weeds that we see on the in the ponds or lakes, that is mizukusa. So you can see here the water radical, and this is the weeds. So this is water weeds, mizukusa. Then we have wakakusa. Wakakusa is green grass or young or fresh grass. That is the newly grown grass is the wakakusa. The On'yomi readings, we have so, which means a draft or a rough copy, highly cursive style of writing Chinese characters, or the grass style, it is sometimes called. Then we have ongaku. I'm sorry. So this is so one, which is draft for a speech, bill, etc. Then we have joso. Joso is weeding. And finally, we have kiso. Kiso means drafting, for example, a bill or drawing up something. So to prepare a plan. It has come from the grass radical. This is the grass radical, and the stroke order will be like this. First, we will draw the grass radical like this. The fourth stroke will be like the sun. This is the fifth stroke. This is the sixth stroke. This is the seventh stroke. So up till here it is the sun. And then we have this eighth stroke and finally the ninth stroke. So we can see here that this is the grass radical, and this is the symbol that we just saw in one of the previous slides related to early or fast. So this is how this character is written in this order of 9 strokes. So this is the ancient character. We can see here grass, and this is the lower portion. And from this, the evolved character is this. So now this is the grass radical is there plus character for early, as I just mentioned. So now why this early, this portion is taken here? So one reason may be weeds grow very fast. So because of that, this is a grass radical, and then this shows very fast. So weed or grass that grows very fast, from there this meaning has been taken. And this is how this character has evolved. Now the last character of today is sound and noise. So this character represents sound or noise. In Kun'yomi we call it oto or ne. In On'yomi it is on, in, or non. So when it is known, then the word ends in non. Oto, sound, noise, report, note, or fame. Otoana, otoana is tone whole. Then we have nibui oto, nibui oto, which is dull sound or muffled sound. Then we have kaza oto. This is kaza oto. Kaza oto means sound of the wind. Then we have neiro. Neiro is tone color, tone quality, or timbre. And we have koon. Koon means high pitched tone or soprano, the sound of the soprano. In On'yomi, we have on, which means sound, noise, report, note, fame. That is same as oto. So oto is Kun'yomi and on is On'yomi. Then we have ongaku. Ongaku means music in general. Ongaku, music. And then we have bakuon. Bakuon is sound of an explosion or detonation, that is roar of a machine. So it's a very, very loud and unpleasant sound, and abrupt sound that surprises us. So all of a sudden, if a sound appears, a loud sound appears, that is known as bakuon. And finally, we have boon. Boon is soundproofing. So soundproofing technique, that is boon. Again, it's a radical in itself, although we can see here this portion somewhat resembles the kanji for to stand or to rise up. And this is anyway similar to the sun kanji or the day kanji. But anyway, this is considered as a radical in itself, the sound radical. We look at the stroke order. This is the first stroke, the second stroke, the third stroke, the fourth stroke, the fifth stroke, the sixth stroke, the seventh stroke, the eighth stroke, and the ninth stroke. So this character will also be written using 9 strokes. Next, we have the origin and evolution of this character. So as you can see here, as you can see here, this symbol, you might be familiar with this symbol. This is also used in Nihongo, in the Japanese word Nihongo for writing go. The first part of go portion is this one, which means word. And the other portion of that character represents the language. So Nihongo is Japanese language. So from there, this character is, you might have seen this character in the kanji of Japanese language. So this basically represents word with something in mouth. So by combining these two, what we get sound or words that are coming out of the mouth. So sound or words, these come out of the mouth. So that's why the characters of word and mouth are combined to arrive at this kanji. However, the modern character, if we look at closely, then it actually consists of the parts rise. This is the kanji for rise, and this is the kanji for sun or day. So it's not very clear why and how this sun or day and rise give rise to the meaning of sound or noise, but this appears to be more logical, word and mouth. So friends, that's all for today. We have just finished 54 lessons in this series, and this is the snapshot of all the lessons we have done so far. Hope you have liked this video, and if you like this video and want to watch future videos as well and all these previous lessons, then do subscribe this channel Saral Japani, and you can visit youtube.com/at Saral Japani. And thanks for watching this video. Till we meet again, arigato gozaimasu, matai masho.